in order to make some pocket money. Several top students from MIT directly developed a set of card-counting formulas, and then disguised themselves as adults and sneaked into the casino. They only won but never lost. The male protagonist was a poor top student who received a card a few days ago. The acceptance letter from Harvard made him very worried because he couldn't afford the high tuition of $300,000. In the math class that day, the professor asked the students a very classic probability question. The whole audience was silent. Only the male protagonist raised his hand confidently, which shocked the professor. Male protagonist was called to a small classroom. There were 4 classmates in the classroom. It turned out that the professor used teaching to discover his understanding of mathematics. Talented classmates formed a blackjack algorithm team and went to Las Vegas every weekend to make money. The male protagonist wanted to refuse, but when he thought of the sky-high tuition fee of $300,000, he still chose to take this shortcut. Others wanted to after learning something for several months. The male protagonist only had to learn it for a few days. Finally, everything was ready. A group of people came to the glamorous Las Vegas and 5 students from MIT followed their professor to the brightly lit Las Vegas. The professor prepared new identities for the 5 of them and sneaked into the casino. Soon the male protagonist changed from a shy young man to he became a skilled veteran, and the more he played at the poker table, the more his deposit exceeded $300,000. The male protagonist began to encourage others to work alone with him. The few people came to the casino again, but unexpectedly, the professor actually asked the casino for help. The administrator Cole reported it. It turned out that the professor used algorithms to win a large sum of money here. He was also blacklisted by the casino. When he returned to the dormitory with a bruised nose and face, he found a letter on the door. The professor unexpectedly he failed his subject and was unable to graduate. He also stole $300,000 tuition fees hidden in the ceiling. The male protagonist lost everything overnight. The penniless male protagonist found his professor and confessed everything. They apologized and hoped to join the team again. And the professor also showed magnanimity. They decided to stop after winning a big sum of money once. And this time the professor also decided to go into battle personally. A group of students disguised themselves and came to the casino. This time, the professor personally took action. With the help of the male protagonist and the professor, the chips in front of them were getting higher and higher. In less than 3 hours, they made a huge profit of $3 million, but it was very difficult. Cole also came over in a hurry. The male protagonist quickly put the chips into a garbage bag and started to escape. On the way, the professor wanted to take away the chips and agreed to meet at the hotel. However, the professor got in the car and asked, but when the professor opened the bag, he discovered that the chips had been replaced by chocolates. It turned out that all this was a trap set up by the male protagonist and Cole. The last time the male protagonist was caught by Cole, he and Cole reached an agreement to help him lure out the professor. During Cole's absence, the hero's 2 friends took the opportunity to start a crazy money-winning game in the casino. They won millions overnight, and then the hero gave him a gift. After giving Cole $1 million, the hero found the principal a few days later and told him about his gambling experience. This was like a dazzling resume that only appeared in movies, and the principal was dumbfounded.